Hey there, it's Mike, and before the video begins, I just want to give you a heads up to let you know that the video quality is a little shaky. It's not quite up to the usual standard. In fact, it kind of looks like I recorded it during an earthquake. I assure you that I didn't. That being said, it's still a great quality video. I think there's a really good message that'll help you out, and next week we'll return to our regular audio and video quality. But until then, let's jump into the video and see if we can learn and grow together. Do you ever get stuck? Do you ever find yourself struggling to come up with an idea, come up with a solution, or just figure out where to start in a project that you have before you? Well, if you do, then you've come to the right place. My name is Mike Leone, and on this week's Tap Back In, we'll delve into one quick and simple tip that will help unlock your creativity and get those juices flowing again. Let's tap back in. Sometimes I just get stuck. I do my best to force some inspiration to pop into my head, and it just doesn't happen. And if you're like me, that just makes me more frustrated. It makes my stomach get in knots, and it's like my brain just won't spit out or start, and I'm pulling the ripcord on the lawnmower of my creativity, and it just won't start. So if you've ever had that happen, I want to share a tip that comes from Brendan Bouchard, that is one of the people that inspires me. And I want to share a hack or a way to simplify it so that you can do it just about at any time. Does that sound like a plan? I think so. Let's get started. The tip is this. If you want to get inspired, you need to do something that inspires adventure, that gets you out the door and creates wonder in you. And Brendan would say that it would be to go on an adventure like a hot air balloon, or a bike ride through a beautiful locale, or visiting or doing something that you've never done before. And he's right. But sometimes you don't have the time to travel. Sometimes you don't have the money to travel. So I'd like to share a simpler way to do it. Are you ready? Move. Go for a walk. Go for a bike ride. If you happen to be a runner, go for a run. I'm not a runner. I happen to be training for a 5K, and today I just felt stuck. I felt like I couldn't write. I felt like I didn't have an idea that would be helpful to share, and so I just ran. And I don't like running. It's not my favorite thing. I love the idea of running. I think it's a great idea. I love the thought of conquering that battle, but I often find that the actuality, not so much. But I'm getting there, and I'm working on it, and what it allowed me to do was literally move. And that's the tip. You see, our brains, our bodies are designed and have evolved for movement. And so often when we're trying to be creative, when we're at our desk and we're trying to figure out how to solve a problem, come up with a project, write or solve a problem or create an answer to a solution, we sit. And that just creates stagnation. And sometimes the literal way to fix that is to simply move. So what I'd like to invite you to do today and this week, this is your Tap Back In tip, is when you're stuck, instead of stewing in your stuckedness, and if you're like me, you do that. Like you just get more frustrated and you think that you can just, hammer your way through it. That's not how creativity works. It works because it's a flow. And the only way you can flow sometimes is to start moving. So if you're at your office and you're at your desk and you're stuck, go for a walk. And I don't care if you walk around your office. That might look a little weird. I don't care if you walk around your building, and +1 to you and some bonus points if you can get out of your building and just go for a quick walk. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you can do. You don't even have to focus on the problem, because your subconscious will kick in and you'll start finding the inspiration that you're looking for. And that's it. It sounds simple because it is. But what's beautiful is in that simplicity is something powerful. So this week, get out, get moving, go for a walk, go for a bike ride. If you happen to live somewhere where you have just beautiful vistas and beautiful locations to visit, I live in Erie, and we have this beautiful location, this peninsula, Presque Isle, and it's gorgeous. If you have something like that where you can go rent a bike or rent a kayak, do that. But any movement, no matter where you are, will make a difference. My name's Michael Leone, and you've just tapped back in.